The following contest is scheduled for one fall with a 5-minute time limit, and it is a preliminary match in the 5-star tournament. Now making his way to the ring from parts unknown, he is a Matt Classic. Every wrestler in the 5-star tournament has had at least one match on YouTube that has earned a 5-star rating, hence the name 5-star tournament. Matt Classic, the veteran's veteran. In the ring, he will face off against the young whippersnapper. Well, I'll let our announcer do his job. And his opponent, making his way to the ring from the Tiger's Cave, the apprentice to the Japanese legend, Tiger Jr. There he is, Tiger Jr. The youngest man on the roster versus the oldest man on the roster. Which should be an interesting generation gap match. Generation gap match. I should make something that... No, I'm not going to. I'm not Vince Russo. And here we go. Who shall make the first strike in this tournament matchup? They hook up. And, oh, you never want to try and hook up with Matt Classic. I think he invented the collar and elbow tie-up. I'm not really sure. Matt Classic has been wrestling since the late 1920s, early 1930s. And he innovated most of the wrestling moves that today's fans, spoiled little brats that we are, take for granted. Here we go, arm drag. Oh, was going for a huge heart punch there, I think. But Tiger Jr. able to sidestep and counter. Oh, boom! Clothesline forearm strike, a move invented, one of the moves invented by Matt Classic, that clothesline forearm strike. But a Japanese arm drag from Tiger Jr., something obviously taught to him by the Japanese legend Tiger Mask, and here comes the knee strike right to the back. That's called the spinal tap. Arm drag again. And what now? These two sort of sizing each other up. Kick, Etsugiri! Sending Matt Classic mask over heels. Whoop, up and down, here we go. We've got... Both of these men are fighting for a huge opportunity, a chance to move one step closer to #1 contender status. The winner of the 5-star tournament will challenge Wonder Kid for the World Heavyweight Championship at Aki Assault at the end of October. The official date for our Aki Assault has yet to be set, and most of the card, actually none of the card thus far, has been announced. Stay tuned to AWL Programming for more information. We will most likely have an announcement from the commissioner himself when the card is set, not to mention the date. And again with a spinal tap, Matt Classic in a bit of trouble here, but he's holding his own right now against a man who is nearly 50 years his junior. Body slam. I'm not sure if Matt Classic invented it, but he certainly perfected it, the body slam. Another hookup, go behind. Into a body drop, from body slam to body drop. Matt Classic knows how to abuse the human body. Tiger Jr. now in the yellow zone, in trouble here. Matt Classic clearly dominating this match from the beginning. A hookup. Boom! Heart punch! That should have knocked Tiger Jr. straight out, but you know what they say about youth and young people, the youths, they bounce back very quickly. And Matt Classic now using the headlock, keeping this match at a slow pace. Tiger Jr. is a light heavyweight. He's got that Japanese style, that with a little bit of a lucha libre influence, that makes him a high flyer, a high speed guy. And now a bulldog, after that head scissors a moment ago. has come close to tying this match up, and it looks like Tiger Jr. may actually have a chance here. Tiger Jr., erstwhile challenger for the light heavyweight championship. At Obonanza, he lost to Sentai One Red, who will be in our next match, incidentally. The next match, our main event, will be... Oh, nice, Bulldog. Will be... completely lost my notes here. Can I actually get a copy of the run sheet for tonight? Thank you. Yes. Okay. Sentai One Red, the light heavyweight champion, versus American Beetle. That's going to be your main event tonight, the final preliminary in the 5-star tournament. And we are exactly at the halfway point of the allotted time for this match. Just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds remain in this 5-minute match. Kick to the small of the back, elbow to the back. Between this and all those spinal taps, which I think we may be about to see another one. No, rear chin lock. Tiger Jr. has been targeting the neck and the back of Matt Classic. I guess assuming that a man Matt Classic's age has to have a bad back. And Classic getting kicked right in the chest this time. And looking at the energy meters, I'd say both men are even. Japanese arm drag. Matt Classic in the red zone! Will Tiger Jr. advance in the 5-star tournament? He could have gone for a pin there, but he chose to inflict more damage with that fist drop. Right hand by Classic. This is the opening Matt Classic needs. Body slam. Sidestep is sidestepped, and this time an arm drag. Will the arm drag be the finish? Let's find out. Cover for the 1, 2, slowest count in wrestling. 3, it's over! Tiger Jr. advances in the tournament. Here is your winner, Tiger Jr. Tiger Jr. has done what his mentor could not. He has made it to the semi-finals of the 5-star tournament. The final preliminary, American Beetle versus Sentai One Red, coming up